Hey everybody, this is one of my old 20 long tanks, and today I'm going to get started on a project that I've been talking about for a little while. I'm going to convert this into a new red-clawed crab tank, but before we do that I've got to prep it and get it ready. You can see it's filthy, it's still got old gravel in it, and I'm going to take the rim off of it as well. So the point of this video, or the goal of this video, is going to be to show my process of getting this tank prepped and ready. I don't think we're going to do anything with it today necessarily, or if I do, that'll be part of another video, but today we're just going to get started on the tank. So the first thing I need to do is get all of that old gravel out of there. That is my Eco Complete planted substrate gravel. It's kind of expensive and it's really good stuff. I really like it. I really like the way it looks. I know right now it looks horrible, but I'm going to get in there and clear all that out, and I'm going to save the gravel. That is going to go into a pot of water. It's going to get boiled for about a half an hour and then dried out, and I'm going to do my best to clean it and so on and so forth, and I can just save that and use it for later. It's not going to get used in this tank later on. So once we're done that, we're going to go ahead and get the rim off of the tank. But there's a little break in the rain right now, so we're going to go outside and we're going to do that. So there's no need for you to watch me pouring the gravel out into a bucket or boiling it or anything. I'm not going to do that. So sit tight, let me get done with that, and then I will see you outside. Alright everybody, I hope you can see that clearly enough. Now I already took some time and got all of the gunk off the glass so we can actually see a little more clearly what we're doing. And hopefully the only two tools I'm going to need are going to be my torch here and my little crab knife. We're also going to need this little knife. So the reason we're doing this outside is because I'm going to use the torch to heat this knife. We're going to melt through the plastic. Then I'm going to use this knife to sort of scrape loose the silicone sealant, if I can get this bug out of my eye. And then just basically break pieces off. I'm not going to try to do this in any way to save this. I thought about it since it's got this sort of faux wood grain on it, and it's a little nicer than just the standard black ones, but it's just faux wood grain. It's no different than just the cheap black plastic in the long run. They cost the same, you know, if I bought a new one at the big chain pet store or something like that, so no big deal. So basically we're going to get right to it. I guess we'll start by working off of a corner. And again, it's going to be no more complicated than just heating this knife up and melting that plastic. Now when I did this before, a lot of acrid black smoke came off of it, and I'd done it in my basement and I wish I hadn't, so that's why we're doing this out here. In fact, I can already smell the burning plastic that's left over on the knife blade from the last time I did this. The downside is out here in the brightness, I can't see how hot that knife blade's getting, so I'm just going to have to sort of go for it and assume. And that should be right on through to the glass. That's really thin plastic too. This is actually a lot thinner than the other one I did. I was not able to make two complete cuts off of one heating. So let's see if that's actually enough to get that off of there. Oh yeah, that was easy. That wasn't much at all, so let's see if we can just keep going. Now remember, I haven't even scored this with my knife or anything at this point. Let's just see how easy this is. Yep, I gotta say, I was really expecting to come out here and fight with this thing. will need to use a razor blade and cut the excess, or scrape the excess silicone off around the top edges, but that was pretty much it. Easy peasy. So I know that kept sounding like the glass was cracking, but that was just the plastic cracking, and as far as I can tell, everything is fine. I will fill it with water while it's still outside and do a integrity test just to make sure it holds water. I'll only fill it about 2/3 of the way because it's not going to be anywhere near that once I'm done with it. And I guess on a final point, I will say when you're trying to do this, be careful you don't twist the glass as little as possible. Tempered glass is very, very strong. Even non-tempered glass is very strong, but it can't handle being twisted. And then of course on the corners, be careful how you're pushing this way and twisting on the corners, because you don't want to put any outward or lateral tension or anything on this seam, or you can actually break that seal. And I would imagine if the seal even broke a little bit, just over time with weight and pressure in there, just slowly pushing on it, it would just work it loose all the way down eventually. So be really careful in your corners. Try not to do much on the way of twisting. And if you need to, again, I was prepared with a little knife like this to go up underneath of that lip and score the silicone, because some of these have much more silicone. This just had a little bead right across the top. Some of it is just gooped over, and the last one, the underside of this had silicone all kinds on this glass and everything in there. I had to work to get the last one off. So that was nice and easy. There you go. My next step is to get this completely washed out, and I guess we'll start working on it in the basement. So thanks for watching, everybody. I will catch you on the next one. Make sure you're subscribed, that way you won't miss anything I got coming up. Look forward to what's going to happen to this and my garden tank area, and I will see you real soon in the next one. Thanks again.